Okay. Sorry about that. My OBS crashed. I don't know what happened. But I'm back. Just gonna refresh so I can find the channel for Booze Bash 2. There we go. Mute it so people can't hear me. Oh. Okay. Let's take a look at the draft where we're banning Fizz, Poppy banned, Shadow Isles banning again. Don't I dare mute? Look, I'm muting the I'm muting the Chrome. My Chrome tab. I do have it so no one can actually hear my desktop audio. But we have LeBlanc banned, Fizz and LeBlanc, Vex banned against the other side. No, I'm not muting myself. I don't want to hear myself twice. If I have also hi Molten. It's been a while. How are you? Zareth picked for Shadow Isles. So let's see what we have a Felios Lulu and a Zac jungle. We have Corky Nami with Gwen and Zareth. So we're gonna probably be looking pretty tanky in the jungle here. So like there's any number of good junglers you can actually play with this type of comp. I think Zac actually would have been pretty good with it. And Bessa top to match the Gwen. I guess technically Zac could go top lane and Bessa jungle, but Zac typically is not a top laner at this time. And it's a Yasuo mid. Very AD heavy. Only Zac and Lulu providing some magic damage. Yeah, no, I needed to mute the tab that I have. But I'm not gonna actually mute my mic. Hopefully I don't crash again. That was a really unfortunate crash. And we're gonna pick Renekton. So it's a Gwen jungle and a Renekton top. So we flexed the Gwen into the jungle. And a Renekton into Ambessa. So we're looking... I would guess it's not a Renekton jungle. Renekton can't really jungle right now. But yeah. In between the games, I will be doing Laldol. Because that'll work quite well. What is my mic doing? If my mic is getting limited, but I'm like spiking and I'm barely talking, which is very, very odd. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Is this the Smiley game? Yeah, Smiley is playing this game. Indeed. So draft is up here. Once we get into draft, I guess we can just kind of go. But I need to have my game. I need to have my game audio. No, I don't need it on here. I need my opera audio is fine. All right, I guess it should have fixed itself. Good thing I have the filter on because I don't know what's going on with my stupid microphone. Okay, I adjusted it, so hopefully it should be okay now. Okay. So we have drafts going on. This is kind of boring. So I will just switch over, just to show that the bands are going through. We could just do the lull doll for today. So I'll go over here, and we'll do a tab for lull doll.
Do not deny me.
Okay.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
Okay. So let's just guess a champion. Let's guess. It's Yuumi. Yumi's kind of a middle. Alright, so we know it's a mana and nothing else. It's before 2019. They have mana. They're not female, so they're male or they don't have a specified gender. It's Varus. Male, bottom, mana. Okay, so they're human or darken. Probably not dark, but it's before. So it's a super early champion, I guess. It's Darius. Darius is a top laner. Okay. So they're not Noxus, and he's also a 2012 champion. It's Arcane. Okay, Olaf. Olaf is good. Top laner who's not quite a human. Human Iceborne? No, not Failure. Not. It's before 2010, so it's one of the original champions. Was it Jax? No. It is a 2009 champion. Mana melee, but it's just a pure top laner. Nasus makes sense, right? No, he's a god warrior. So it has to be a human. Melee top man, yeah. So it has to be, it's either full human or something like that. I don't think Garen is a 2009 champion, but I might be wrong. No, they're human something else. So are they human magically altered? No. Okay. 2009 melee. Rennick? No, he's a god warrior. He uses Fury. And he's from 2011. Oh my gosh. I don't need a quote key. I don't need a quote clue. We're gonna get this. Is it singed? It is singed. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Huge. Hey, I'm gonna have new friends here, and it's gonna be awesome because they are awesome. We'll have an awesome party, cake and stuff. I think this is Jinx, right? I feel like this is a Jinx quote. Like, something kind of crazy like this sounds like Jinx. Right? Am I wrong? No, it's not Jinx. Okay. I'm just wrong. Alright, so they have finished the draft. We have 15 seconds to the next part. Chalk. Because they're awesome. We'll have an awesome party with cake and stuff. Should I make chocolate mooncake or strawberry mooncake? Chocolate strawberry cake. Zoe. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Definitely a Zoe. It's Zoe or Lulu, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to lower the volume.
Hey! I'm going to have new friends. New friends here, and it's going to be awesome.
Okay. We've heard enough. Oh, okay, this is Gangplank. No, this isn't. That's not GP? I swear that was GP. Oh! Is it Cat then? Is this just Katarina? Actually, I'm gonna change this. I like to have the gray filter off so I can see it. Okay. I don't know. It's not Kata. It's not GP. Yone. Okay. Nice. Yone. I don't know which Way of the Hunter. Is that his W? I think it is. No, it's his passive. No, I think his E has. I think his E is more like because him leaving his body. I thought it was his W or his passive, but I wasn't sure. Rose. Well, Rose would make me think it's LeBlanc. Rose. Okay, flower, money. Oh, what? Samira, maybe. Yeah, yeah. Black Rose. Yeah, then sword. Yeah. Okay. And then, oh, what is this? This splash art looks awesome, by the way. Yesterday's was Echo. Is this? See, to me, this looks like a LeBlanc splash, and I think this is her Ravenborn skin, because this is a skin that I use. Heck yeah, let's go! I know my Ravenborn LeBlanc. Huge. We've completed Loldo for today. We have 1 minute left before the game's gonna start. Is my microphone okay? Because it is peaking, but I have the filter on it. So I think I'm not sure I want to mess with anything. Sounds great. Awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. Because literally on my end, like it's peaking and I'm barely talking, so I think the mic is just being super sensitive for no reason. But it's all good. Now I move the Boost Bash 2 over here for it to have open while we have the game, so I can look at the chat. Yeah, any thoughts on the comps? How do you think people... We don't have... Because it's Boost Bash 2, we don't have predictions. What do you all think of the comps? Well, I guess it's gone now. Or I'm just going to switch over to my in-game. And then just make... Oop, it is 0, 0. 0, 2, 0. Okay. We'll shift Z and zoom out. Take the U off. Take this off. Objective timer is on. Big. Okay, let's enjoy this game. Gonna be a frustrating game for Shadow Isles. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Oh, Nazgul's jungling the Gwen. And Decoy's gonna go top lane. I didn't even notice that switch. Uh-oh. We're gonna walk... Oh, no. They just have Corki Nami. They can't actually... Other side can't actually fight this. Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Angelica's playing the support role for them. Maybe a little too zoomed out. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, good. Yeah, CGL needs to play this early. Needs to play this very good. Needs to play this well in the early. Otherwise, Yasuo will just get him at level 2. Heal used by the Lulu. That is true. I didn't catch that in the moment. Also, good news, no one is using streamer mode. And I specifically had to change my settings because my normal settings that I usually use when I play is I don't have summoner names on myself. So like it just wouldn't it would just be all the champion names but I have to change it. It's interesting. I've never seen Nazgul play jungle before. Like, so I'm interested to see how this goes. I don't know if it'll be that difficult. Corky's getting a lot of early damage down, but Aphelios trading well, is trading back in well. Windwall used, stunned up, damage dealt by CGL. They're just trading damage back and forth, and Xerath is getting a farm lead on the Yasuo. Yasuo does have Ignite. Oh, if he had hit that Q, I think that would have been a kill. Corky and Nami playing very far up here. Zac notably clearing up towards top side, so it's an opposite side jungle start. So there's no so there's gonna be no real confrontation of the junglers at either things. Transmogulated, but forced to flash. Beautiful bubble by Angelica. Just gonna get traded on a little bit by the Aphelios, but it doesn't really matter. And now they have Gwen there. Their prio is gonna allow Gwen to get this. Even though mid lane doesn't have the prio, the bot lane has so much prio that having first move would be very good. It makes it much better and more able for the Gwen. Oh, we're getting it all in here. Barrier used, double barriers used. Both sides. Oh, Charlotte's gonna end up getting killed for first blood. Decoy also going in, but not gonna get anything. Oh, the Zac was hiding out against the Gwen, but the Gwen is just going to be able to chunk, maybe even get passive out here. Oh, but the Yasuo was hiding in wait. Teleport back from the Xerath. Flash forward, kill does go against the Gwen. Renekton almost gets the kill. Zac's passive almost popped as well. Zac flash, lots of summoners used. But all the kills go. Oh, Decoy's gonna trade. Good kill for the Renekton, but it's ultimately just traded out. But Ambessa flashed, but has teleport to get back to lane. So overall, it should be positive and absolutely fine for Ixtal. I think the bot lane got a little too... They just stayed like a second too long, I guess, or whatever. Like, Corky was just too far forward because he's a very low-range champion, and he was caught out enough by Aphelios to... And the Lulu... Alright, Yasuo's going to go in here and going to ult, but not going to really accomplish much. CGL is just going to be able to keep on farming without... And with Yasuo ultimate down for a little bit, he doesn't quite have to worry about getting completely all-in. He can just kind of be okay with taking a little bit of health trades here, a little bit of health here and there, knowing that he'll still be okay. Ambessa and Renekton just kind of duking it out in the top lane. Not exactly wet noodle fighting, because both of them are strong champions early game. Or at this point in the game, they're both strong. And Vesta does have ultimate that's just able to be used. Oh, lots of... Corky's gonna get so much damage down here. Oh, sorry, just W used there. Ooh, there is Renekton using... Oh my gosh, it just goes away because it's like, oh, they're done. Kind of ruins it. Zac going for counter gang stuff. CGL doesn't have flash. Gwen not really there. Root just getting rooted, and here red and white. They should not be fighting with this gun type. Aphelios will just pop them if given the chance. Jackie's doing a great job on the Lulu, just making it really difficult. But oh, Aphelios going in too deep! And the Corky turns it around with the early Sheen damage. Yeah, great heal. Barrier used, Ignite was thrown. No flashes used, so they still have that type of mobility. Aphelios, you burned Barrier, and the Lulu burned heal not too long before. Oh, I have this game going in twice. It's going in sync, so it probably isn't that it might not be that noticeable, but it was being played in two different sources, so my apologies. But this Zac is gonna be really strong this game already. We're going for the Proto Belt build on Zac. So gonna go Dark Seal in that. So just playing for damage on the Zac this game. We'll go Proto Belt into tank. This is really good Renekton. Oh, Needlework coming out. This should be the Ambessa going down, and Renekton gets the kill. Gwen getting in there for the assist. Really, really well set up by Decoy, and a really good kill onto Smiley Doggy. Meanwhile, bot lane's just playing so far. This Zac is paying no attention to the Aphelios lane. Alright, meanwhile, we're going to have a 3 versus 2 here. Zac's very low. Nazgul's here. Oh, great job by CGL. Zac's going to get out. Yasuo misses his Q. Probably wouldn't have taken it. Especially with Gwen and Renekton right there to follow up. So just going to be Grubs going to the side of Shadow Isles. With first Drake already going down to Ixtal. CGL doing a great job of trading with the Yasuo and trying to not let him just hold his... Wow. And just not trying to let him hold his... Oh, Decoy's is gonna be forced to use his ultimate, but Zac's just gonna ult in and gonna get the kill himself. Gold going on to Zac is great, and with the Dark Seal, I think Ambessa might have wanted... I think that might have been potentially better served on the Ambessa, but I guess it doesn't really matter in the end. Doesn't really change the lane that much. It just gives a Siskel to the Ambessa. But of course, Zac with ult, like, it's not that easy yet. Alright, and they're probably going to see that Zac was here, and they should just leave. Yeah. I think they saw, potentially. Or at least they had a really good sixth sense that the Zac was there after everything. Zac is just staying here. Took camp and is just... We're still looking bot lane? Because bot lane's just going to back. So I guess, if anything, it's just a hover for now. Going back to camps. Gwen is just clearing blue buff. Going through another full clear. Only camp left up is the Krugs at this point. Renekton really strong with a full Shojins right now. Nami and Gwen hovering the Yasuo in case he goes in. They're looking for Drake in a minute 20 already. They're going to try and pinch in on the Zac. They did get the catch. They got the Nami bubble. They're getting so much CC. Yemeni's forced to go away. That's just a kill. Zac passive was already popped at some point. I guess I didn't see it. So that's Zac down, but will be spawned before Drake. But it will allow Red Team to get priority. Nazgul's still here. Yasuo just kind of going through everybody. Gonna get the ultimate out here. Nazgul's gonna use W and just flee. Gonna probably be forced to go back and heal. Maybe just finish the last camp. Really should not try to mess with this Yasuo for now. Oh, great ultimate here. Should just result in a kill for the Renekton. Another solo bolo. Flash and Dominus use... Dominus feels like it's on such a low cooldown. Renekton, now notably, Ambessa could just walk down to Drake here. With teleport, but not really having TP. Probably just going to go back to the lane. Zac is going to hop over here. Probably just going to get flashes. Nope. Not going to go. We're going to hold off. We got 10 seconds till Drake. We have Yasuo pushing in mid lane. No ultimate. No ultimate yet. We're just putting damage up, but it's not going to result in anything specific. CGL doesn't have teleport right now, so looks like a free second Drake here on spawn for Ixtal. Probably going to have to look for Rift Herald on the side of Shadow Isles. I do think their top lane prio is quite good for that. The Aphelios lane is kind of held on quite fine against the Corki and Nami. We'll see for how much for how much longer while Corki doesn't. Well, Corki has his first item and is a bit stronger still. Gwen over the wall here could probably go over potentially here onto the Yasuo. Needlework coming out. Oh man, Gwen is doing so much damage to this Yasuo. Ultimate comes in, Xerath gets the kill. Smiley Doggy ult onto CGL, flash double, and Bess is gonna get the kill. And I think Zac is probably gonna get the kill here as well. So it's a 2-for-1. And Bessa went for Bessa flash ulted, or ulted and flashed, then flashed after the Xerath. Xerath will have teleport to get back to lane here. Potentially. And now in top lane, Renekton has completed the top quest. So now Renekton has map mobility with his teleport. Just looking to... I don't think this is a smart look to try and do anything. We'll see the Zac. Honestly, I don't know Zac. I think with Zac and Ambessa, they can both fight the Renekton. I think this is a really bad play by Decoy. He's just going to have to get out. But I don't think he's going to be able to get out. So much damage with the Dominus, but I mean, Proto Belt with the Zac, just not going to have enough. Yeah. All the gold going on to Zac, though. The Ambessa is going to be so far behind in the later parts of this game. CGL not quite going to get soloed out by Fish Paste, but going to get a lot of damage done to him. Only 10 CS down despite being 1-4 on the Xerath. It is just about a 1k gold lead from that alone, so that's most of the gold lead. Most of the other lanes are actually decently even. There's a bit of gap in jungle, and then the Corki is a bit stronger. But kind of at this point, killing the Xerath again doesn't do much. Realistically, besides, I guess, maybe tilt factor, but it's not... It does give Yasuo now the ability to kind of push. Great ultimate, but it's not going to do much ultimately. Nazgul and Decoy are both gonna get the successful dive. Zac is on the other side of the map looking towards the top side, bot side camp, and he's just going to find nothing. And he's going to get spotted out. This should be first tower for Renekton. As Yasuo was unable to get the mid tower. The first tower goes to red side. Closing the goal to about a 1k gold lead now. Corki and Ami just gonna leave. We have 2 minutes to Drake. Rift Herald's currently up. I feel like maybe they should have Corki play safe and send Nami up to go get Rift Herald. Because they can kind of use that on some other lanes. Somehow the Aphelios has a bit of a XP lead. Maybe Nami spending some time away from the lane did that, but... Overall, they are pretty far up, but there's just no Gwen. Renekton's actually here. I was surprised they didn't try to go for a teleport play, but maybe they just didn't have anything. Renekton's now here. They're going for a lot of things. They do get Nintendo Forever caught up, and this should ultimately result in now just a bot lane fight. Xerath is here. He's going to ult onto the Aphelios, and the kill goes to the Xerath. Pocketing gold, and that'll keep him pretty strong. Fish Paste will be looking for Gwen. Zac's going to jump into 3 people on the team. Not going to really catch anybody but the Renekton. Renekton is just going to go in and kill the Lulu. Oh, Corki. I think Corki needed to just leave. Oh, man. Kill is going to go to the Zac again. Zac is such a big shutdown, but might be a bit unkillable. Dusk and Dawn now completed on the Gwen, so now Nazgul has a power spike. But notably that there is a CS diff, that there is a pretty big gap here when it comes to the mid laners' levels. Good smite away from Gwen. That means that the Nami will get blue buff for now. Mbessa being top lane, or Mbessa now in bottom lane, I should say. They are taking Drake on spawn here. No, there's not really a chance to contest, but it's fine. It's still got fourth Drake after this. Ultimately, the Corki needs to keep scaling, and the Gwen is, and honestly, the Gwen is on a pretty okay track to be strong. I wonder if Zac should have built Hollow Radiance this game. You don't like Shojin Rush on Renekton? I don't know anything about Renekton, so I will take your word for it, Toledo. It looks like we're going. I guess that's there. I don't know what top. I do not know what these components are for top laners. We're getting another fight between the top laners here in the bot side. Nobody's really in the vicinity to disrupt it. Renekton's just gonna take tower and go in on the Mbessa. Gonna pop Dominus. Guns up. But the Aphelios is here. Renekton is just going to get out. No flash used because he doesn't have it. But we have essentially mid laners in there and bot lane. Oh. No ultimate used. Gwen here. Wow. There's a kill for the Zac though. It doesn't even go to the Yasuo. But Yasuo's plenty fed with 4 kills. Although, walking into essentially the rest of the entire team... Oh my gosh, we cut away from the fight. I hate when it does stuff like that. All good. We're just going to clear the wave here. Yasuo's going to take a tower shot for his ability there. It looks like Rift Herald despawned, to be honest. We're looking for a fight. For trying to bait someone going in towards Baron, but I just don't think that's gonna do anything. Like, they're not gonna catch Nami out. So it's all good. Hell yeah. It's usually just a second item, gotcha. Well, we have Black Cleaver now. I'm guessing that's the first item that you want to see. Is like something like Black Cleaver Shojin into a Sterix Gauge on Renekton, I would guess. They're gonna try and dive. They're gonna dive the Xerath. They're gonna try and dive the Xerath here. Nice dodge. Gonna bring him back. Zac's gonna ult it, and that's Zac has 9 kills. I feel like one fight where Zac just kind of overstepped, but like where somebody on the other team doesn't also completely overstep. Charlotte lives under the tower, so he can actually keep poking. Gwen just gonna clear it. Flash from the Zac. Zac can't fight this. I don't think Zac can actually fight this one-on-one. Passive's gonna get popped. Oh, just barely lives. Then gets instantly to half health because it's Zac and got healed by and got Lulu ulted. So that's Baron. Game's looking quite rough, honestly, for looking rough for Shadow Isles right now. But there's wow, almost didn't get that because there was smite down. That must have been super. I don't know what the damage was on that, but that Zerathul actually almost took it, by the way. So very close. Yeah. I kind of don't like that the best build on Zac is just to go AP item into full tank with a Dark Seal. Like, doesn't feel like Zac to me, but it is just the case that that's the best items. Like, I play a lot of Zac and I just love going full tank. But technically, Proto Belt is the correct play on him now. Like, and he's always been a viable, like, he's always been, like, viable enough with all AP. Because they just never nerfed his damage at all. He does so much damage. They're setting up for 4th Drake. They have to contest this. It's gonna, as long as they don't kind of desperation play this, it should be pretty okay. I mean, honestly, Renekton, the Zac kind of caught out. Nazgul's gonna get instantly popped, though. Charlotte's gonna get jumped on by Mbessa. That's Corki down. Renekton's gonna go down, too, immediately after popping the Dominus. And that's just a surrender from the red team. So we will go with 1-0 up for Ixtal. Oop. Let me get the draft up. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a very, very convincing win. So I don't know who had side select, but the other team has side select now. Was side select the same? I mean, I guess guess that's the same. Looks like it's just same sides. So we'll see. Because I can't see past chats once they happen. So yeah, pretty much. I 100% agree. Like they had to contest, they got completely destroyed. There's no reason to really like, I mean, the other team's just gonna like methodically end the game. So like, if you think it's better just to go next, that's fine. I'm wondering if we're gonna see something like Hui from CGL. He's a really good Hui player. And I know that they're just gonna try and ban Nazgul out of his usual champions, which is obviously a very smart thing to do. But I also would just like to see him get to play one of his champions. Get to play like Yorick or Darius in a game. Like, I don't know. I think that'd be good. Like, that's what I would be hoping for, obviously. But it's like, obviously from his perspective, he just knows it's not going to happen. Like, he's been getting like double, triple banned for so much of Booze Bash history. Like, and because he's very good on the champions he's good at. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see any draft going on, so we're just gonna wait for it, obviously. Or is it going on here? And I'm just not seeing it. This site is so annoying. It doesn't move me. All right, so we're into the next game. It is same sides. It's the same bands, and it's Smolder Zahen. Awesome. So that's probably a Zahen going to the jungle. But it could flex, technically. Ezreal for Nintendo and Smolder for Charlotte. I like the scaling Smolder pick. But I feel like against Ixtal, who seems to be really efficient at playing, like at playing and ending games, like sometimes maybe scaling isn't great. Ezreal Karma is just a classic bot lane combination. And an Orianna for Fish Paste. Yeah, this is a really good start for Ixtal. For their comp. Let's see how Shadow Eyes wants to round out the first 3 before ban phase. And we're gonna get the Hui pick I wanted. It's Hui for CGL. Yes. I'm surprised we didn't see something like Hui last game. I feel like that would have been pretty good. But the Xerath was also the Xerath was a good idea. Like, just pretty long pokey champions. It just happened that the two champions that can really easily dive you and set each other up both got extremely fed. Like, Dr. Mundo band, good band. Yeah, I wonder if this is going to be a Zahen top. I don't know if Nazgul has played a lot of Zahen. Because he is good in jungle and top lane, so it just depends on where you want to put him, to be honest. But that means that they can focus bans on top side. Like, that would be bad. And the ban is Mordekaiser, so they're probably thinking this is they're thinking that this is a jungle Zahen if we're banning Mordekaiser. And it's in the Fury ban. All right, let's see what this final ban is going to be. So we're looking at top. We're looking at top and support for Shadow Isles in a Sona ban. So I'm wondering if we're going to see our support picked here. I don't feel like there's a reason to not just pick your support. I wonder what they're going to look for. I feel like you might want something like an Engager. You might want something like a Leona. Something like Leona that can either go in or peel. Rel is also potentially probably not bad here. We're going to get Milio. Okay, smaller Milio, not bad. I feel like that might be a bit... That's this team... I'm guessing that now this team just going to want to be kind of, like, counter-engaging, like... But we'll see. So we'll see how they pick their top lane here. We're going to get a Vi pick. We're going to get a Vi pick here, potentially, for jungle. I mean, it has been played top by Boss, but that's Boss. Like, no one else really plays it, so Vi is probably going to be the jungler here. It's going to be a Gnar lock-in, actually. Oh, they went, like, between Gnar and Kennen really quick, but it's going to be Gnar locked in. So we'll see how we respond to Gnar. From the top lane side. And now let's see what their jungle pick is going to be. I still think it could be something like the Vi. We're gonna get an Udyr jungle. That doesn't seem that. I'm wondering if something like a Nocturne could have been a really good pick here. Obviously, with the Orianna and the Gnar, when you just have Karma keeping Ezreal safe, but at the same time, Udyr is probably fine, to be honest. It's just not a pick I was expecting. I feel like it might be not quite super synergistic with this comp, but it kind of has that same Mundo thing where you can just throw the Orianna ball and you can flash and you can Orianna ult with it. And the red's going to pick the Urgot. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I like Urgot here. It's not going to get dumpster. It doesn't get dumpstered by Gnar in lane. It's probably pretty even because Gnar is also pretty catchable. But the Crab, Mr. Molten knows a thing or two about Mr. Crab, about Mr. Urgot. Dumb client. Client's like putting me on the team for some reason. Yeah, gonna see those Omnoms, yeah. I didn't see anybody changing roles. I'm guessing it's gonna be Urgot piloted by Nazgul, but he could just be jungling for the whole set. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have Charlotte. We're gonna have Charlotte on the Smolder this game. I believe in him. Might not be great for my bedtime, but if the first game was, but the first game being as quick as it is, means that it won't be that late if we go a third game, because these games seem to be pretty quick. Okay, took a while there before the car was fixed. Maybe someone was slightly AFK or whatever. There was Zahen and Milio locked in, so that's decoy taking Zahen into the jungle. It'll be Nazgul on the Forgotten top lane. Love to see it. That was smart to ban the Doctor Mundo, as he's a pretty big counter to Urgot, being able to essentially neutralizing one of Urgot's whole abilities with his E dash, as you can't really dash him. All right, Pick's work came in very fast, so I don't actually have. We already played Laldul, so unless somebody else has something else that we can do, um, I'm probably just gonna take a quick break to stretch my legs while we wait to get into the game. I'll have the draft up on the screen. I'll just do this. So this is definitely like we have two scaling ADCs. Smolder being kind of more of Smolder being able to scale better than Ezreal overall, but Ezreal's also just a very strong. He has a really strong like 2-item spike with the Muramana Triforce, and also does stay strong as the game progresses. All right, we're gonna be waiting the 3 minutes for the game to start with the spectator delay. It might be less. It's not. It's kind of just saying 0, waiting for spectator delay. It's going to give me a time eventually. But there it is. It's 2:46. Okay, so I will be right back for the match to start. All right.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Yeah, Urgot's gonna have the early on the Gnar here. Doesn't he really even have to watch that much for Mega Gnar? But he shouldn't be fighting in the minions as much. I think he took a couple extra minion damages potentially there. I'm interested to see CGL on his, like, because I mean, I think Wei is kind of his best champion at this point, but I don't really know that much about CGL. I just know he's obviously really good. So, okay, I'm gonna move this over here. But yeah, Orianna's taking big control of this lane as she will with her with kind of her passive and her just ability to have ball control. Mega Gnar getting some damage in. Smolder's just going to be stacking this game, obviously. Good Wei combo, getting all three abilities to land. Smolder's gonna get rooted, but it's okay. Milio's cozy campfire will give him a nice shield. As we're gonna have, as both junglers opted to go towards bot side, Charlotte here, very aggressive by the Ezreal. Actually flashes, and honestly, with decoy there, they could have maybe there was some look. We're looking onto the Karma, who's just going to E away. Ooh, nice bring back. Oh, Zehen is just keeping looking on the Karma there. Meanwhile, Udyr is just going to go for a double scuttle crab start this game. We see the Urgot kind of playing for scale, going with the Cull start instead of going with the Doran's Blade start. Gnar going for the Mega Gnar. Got a pull. What? What was that pullback? Or did he E forward? I guess he E'd forward, thinking he could flip him. And he needed to probably flash E to get the actual flip on the Mega Gnar. But he was stunned, so I guess it was a buffer, is what happened there. But first blood goes to the Gnar in the top matchup. Smolder's making his way back down the bot lane as Karma takes a turret shot, but they get the plate. We're directing camera on the Milio. As not much is going on right now, junglers are doing their second clears. I do predict this mid lane to not be as volatile as last game. Orianna hits 6 first, but Hui should not be far behind. This wave should give 6. Yep, there it is. Mega Gnar avoided the ultimate from the Orianna. Not gonna do much. Urgot is gonna get soloed here by the Mega Gnar. Didn't even burn flash. Zehen is going to be looking here for the bot lane. Probably going to get a catch out onto this. Ezreal potentially. Oh, he missed it. Going to get rooted. Take some damage, but good damage by the Good damage there by the Smolder. Karma's very low. Karma's just gonna play with knowledge of heal and jungler, but and it's thinking that there's the surprise of the jungler potentially. But I don't think Udyr's a good enough lane ganker. But the other team is just gonna keep getting pushed in. So I feel like eventually that Udyr is just gonna leave, and in fact the Drake is started. So they're not gonna actually leave. They're just gonna go Drake. I think they need to call the Hui over now. As I don't think that Zehen and them can actually do anything into it. But we're just gonna leash Drake out. We're playing very aggressively onto this Smolder, to be honest. Flash from Karma. Smolder's just gonna dodge, so overall Flash Burn doesn't do that much. Hui actually here gonna get the ultimate out onto the Karma, probably gonna be very close to a kill. But low mana on the Hui, and Hui's gonna get stunned up, and it's just gonna meet the... He should have seen that Udyr. And this is just a full-blown disaster. Double kill for the Ezreal, triple kill for the Ezreal, and a kill for the... And a kill for the Udyr. That's a full ace. All right. All good. But we can check Smolder stacks. Smolder's at 50 stacks. So, decent. Probably not the best in the early game for stack, but still pretty good. Gnar here has to watch now for the Urgot ultimate. It's gonna probably land here. Urgot getting the kill onto the Gnar. Fishpace ultimate really nice onto the Hui. Just gonna keep on firing away. Flashes forward. The clockwork wind up coming out. Show the live chat. Alright, fine. Smolder's gonna get away. Heal used by Milio. Gnar just for some reason is mid lane. CGL's gonna flee him away. Mega Gnar, he's gonna go into Mega Gnar. They're gonna get grubs. I guess he just decided to try and ego gank play. There was really no reason for that, obviously. I mean, his lane was in not the best spot, so I guess that was a good roam overall. But nothing came from it. Urgot's almost to level 9. At level 9, I think that he really comes online. Wow, he was barely in that ultimate. He didn't have flash to get out of it, but Orianna's just doing really good this game. Oh, barrier used. They should be able to get actually some trades. Mom used. Wow, Nintendo's in so deep. Now he's in deep, but we're trying to attack on the. Trying to get Karma out of here. Good dodge. But Ezreal's gonna get the kill there. Milio had no flash and didn't quite get the dodge on the Q. Yeah, I know. So gold diffs? I mean, every lane is ahead for... Every roll is ahead. Udyr doesn't even... Udyr gets a kill just because he's Udyr, but... At the same time, he might not actually get the kill. Yeah. I mean, jungler's flash traded for ADC flash. Overall worth for the ADC. Or, sorry, overall worth for the jungler, obviously. So Hen's ganking onto the Gnar here. Does get the pullback. Ultimate from the Urgot does land. That should be the kill. Confirmed. Great job. In the top side. Should be a plate. They're just securing bot side tower in Drake on the other side of the map. The Shadow Isles will confirm we'll get topside tower for this. Which is really good gold to get onto. Okay, Hui's flash. But this, I mean, realistically at this point, the Smolder has just kind of not been allowed to do much in scaling. Maybe they should, but he doesn't quite have his bot. He doesn't quite have his quest, which is really unfortunate. If he actually had quest done, they could just send him mid, obviously, and he could just be fine to farm safely. Smolder's got to be close to his quest at this point. It's getting pretty late in the game, for him to not have his quest done. So, but overall, everyone's playing safe. Smolder did complete his quest now, so. Now he can kind of just they kind of just put him bot lane or somewhere else on the map. Really, this is kind of, they kind of, at this point, the game is kind of being cut into two sides of the map, where they're not really, where Shadow Isles isn't doing anything on the top side of the map. And Nazgul has just been kind of clawing his way back in this game. He's actually got a gold lead. In topside, I know the overall gold lead is very much in Ixtal's favor, but they're kind of ignoring the Urgot, who is probably stronger than they think. Honestly, like I feel like Urgot would be like just fine, kind of fighting into like the Udyr here. Yeah, like Udyr is like way in over his head against a level 12 Urgot, to be honest. As soon as Urgot has an E, he's gonna be able to get something gone. Yeah, that's a shutdown. This Urgot is kind of their win con at this point. Oh, Zehen needs to ult, but Zehen already ulted. They didn't show it, actually, in the fight. Who's the captain for Red? The captain is CGL. Big damage from the Orianna, as that was just a regular old QW with an Echo proc. Yeah, I think Urgot playing with the team can probably be really strong. As long as he can kind of do work, like as long as he can kind of work around with the fights and like and kind of he has. I feel like creating the side lane pressure is not gonna work because the other team's 4v4 is so much better that they're gonna need the Urgot to go there to TP in for Drake. But they don't have any vision for him to get any flank wards. And Smolder's probably just gonna die here, but gonna flash back. And this should just be a kill for the Udyr. Flash is traded again. He's got 135 stacks, so he has like the second phase of his stacks. Honestly, I think the Ori's a bit caught out. Not quite. I thought that was somebody else on the team. I thought that was someone on the enemy team that was there. That was just the Udyr. I'm zoomed in a little too much to actually see. I thought that was someone on red team. I'm blind, apparently. I thought that the Udyr was a bit caught.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Eventually, I think here they're gonna send the game. They're gonna send the Goon Squad for Evan, and it's a good thing that Milio's here because Milio can actually help him not get killed. No, they're just gonna leave him. That was just not ideal. I feel like Milio maybe should have actually ulted there to get Urgot out. As Urgot's the strongest member on your team, the only one with kills. Like, if you can at least keep him alive, like, then they at least can't just freely play top side of map. But I guess, like, he was very far in, and they did get the collapse. Yeah, and this is, like, 2-item Ezreal, just being super strong. He's caught a little... He actually kind of caught out here. But he's just rooted up by the... He just gets rooted and collapsed on by the Udyr. It does have stuff going in. Oh, that just missed. Rooted up. Oh, gonna get the resurrection. Udyr super shielded. There was a flank, though, on the other side with from the Udyr and the... Udyr... sorry, by the... Yeah, sorry, Udyr and Orianna ganking the, getting a flank out onto Hui. Alright, looks like blue side is going to set up to do Baron here. Red side probably can desperation attempt to contest, but with Smolder now up. But they're just very, very, very far behind, so... Way teleporting out. I love getting my daily smolder stack updates. CGL, I mean, this honestly should be caught out and should be a death onto the jungler. It is. Nazgul barely taking any damage from that Ezreal ultimate, obviously getting heals and getting the shields by Milio. I mean, if they can like essentially not completely die in a fight, like, and catch somebody out, like, because yeah, so Hen's dead. Orianna is like super strong. Magi's like, obviously even Udyr's gonna have a Magi's with 0 stacks at this point. So it does feel like a matter of time type of game, but who knows? Just gonna go and pick up the Infernal Soul now. Yes, we're pretty close. We're actually not too far away from Smolder stacks, but yeah, I mean, he would like it by now. Honestly, that was a complete whiff of the ultimate of the Oriole. But Decoy's on the other side of the map fighting the Gnar and getting soloed. It's gonna get the Resurrect out, actually. So, should be fine. Nazgul gonna take a lot of damage, but will just get shields and will be able to go back and heal up at the base, at the fountain. Like, Smolder is actually very close. In the next fight, next wave, Smolder should actually hit stacks, which would give them a little bit more of a potential. They're gonna get tower here. They're gonna engage onto Decoy. Decoy's gonna get burned down and probably die here. Kill goes to the Udyr. Mega Gnar is gonna ult him, but oh my gosh, that was actually really, really nice by the Udyr. Oh. Smolder does have stacks. They are turning this fight, actually. Nazgul gets to the Karma, but is going to get taken down by the Ezreal. But with Wei alive, they can't end. The other team does have to be careful. If they can't... If they can't get to, if they do not get to Smolder, like, cool. Like it is true that Smolder can turn these fights if things go good. It's gonna help the Urgot a lot to have the and if Urgot can just if Smolder stays alive and Urgot's doing damage, eventually we might get like a couple procs in a fight, and that would be a way to turn this game around slowly but surely. We've seen pro teams blow 10k gold leads, yet alone in Booze Bash. Yeah. But just gonna turtle up, and they're double inhibbed, so they're gonna be getting decent gold here. At some point, the gold difference won't matter so much. Right now, it does matter because both sides are blue team is still getting items. They're gonna get Baron here, so they're gonna have to now survive Baron buff. But if they one overstep could help change things for Shadow Isles at this point. They're going. I mean, that's a really good whale. Unfortunately, Smolder just not really there to be sitting there doing damage. But you can see he's doing quite a lot. The Hwei goes down. But the Gnar but Smolder just gets caught, but it was too late. I think they just needed to instantly have that Miliol on tap. Because now the game's just over. Like, yeah. Alright, well that is a 2-0 for Ixtal. Very well played in both games. So, get the MVP vote up. And, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I mean the games were I don't know. They were games, they were very lopsided. So it was really, just super methodical, well played, like for sure. So congrats to them. Like they played really well. I mean they've been playing really well all season. So it's not a big surprise. So, for sure. I guess there'll be MVP vote up. It's quite late. So I will just end the broadcast here. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you to both teams for the matches. And we will see you for the next one. Oh, thank you.